3, 2, 1, now.
And we're back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
We're back. Here we go. We're back for season 2.
Episode 1.
Episode 1. Dubbed. Did you come up with a name for it?
I did. It is called He Told You Not to Move.
Hey.
For the love of God, he told you not to move.
He told you not. That's it. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, actually.
Well, because, you know,
Accurate.
every single one of those movies, it's always like, don't move.
Mm-hmm.
Don't move. It's simple.
And then,
like,
what do they do? Dust?
They
What do
move.
What do they do?
Away. They run away and start screaming. So, well, obviously you want to die. It's like you want to be eaten by a CGI like T-Rex.
It's kind of like the horror movies, isn't it? Where they're like,
don't go in there.
Don't make a
go in
sound.
there.
Don't make a sound.
Like,
Don't fucking open the door.
Don't open the door.
God
I'm going to open up the door. Don't hide under the bed. I'm going to hide under the bed. The best one. Let's split up.
Oh yeah, split up. We'll find the killer. We'll find the killer easier if we all split up and are not with anybody in screaming distance.
And also, just run off into the darkness, into the bush. But yes. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for season 2, episode 1. He Told You Not to Move. My name is Darcy, and I've always here joined my lovely friend here.
Me.
Well, that's not how you meant to do this.
Andy.
And Andy.
Andy.
And also, I'd also like to tell you, if you do not like ABBA, then there's something wrong with you.
Inside joke. I get drunk and listen to ABBA, and Darcy loves to remind me about it.
Well, you shouldn't post that on your Snapchat.
Hey, you know what? ABBA is great. Fuck you. ABBA is good.
Yeah, but if you don't listen to ABBA, then there's something wrong with you. Anyway, we are here. We're wearing the shirts.
We are wearing the shirts.
And obviously, if you do not...
You have to take a photo and put it on the Facebook.
Yes, we will. If you don't understand what we're talking about...
It is, of course.
Of course, is the phenomenal movies, probably one of the best sagas or best genres of movies.
My favourite saga, honestly.
Jurassic Park.
No, Star Wars.
No, this is number 2.
Yeah,
I said one of the best. Anyway, we're talking about Jurassic Park.
Yes, we are.
It started off a worldwide phenomenon.
1993 Jurassic Park. That's right. OG Spielberg. Dinosaurs. Fucking munch, rah, motherfuckers.
Like, really? You can't really come up with a better storyline than this. You're trapped on an island full of dinosaurs.
They didn't even need to... How would the pitch have gone to... Who was the... Universal, right? So how would the pitch have gone, right? They would have gone in there and they would have gone, we want to do dinosaurs. And they would have gone, done. just do it. Just fuck it. If Spielberg went in there and just said, I want to do a movie about a dude sitting on a toilet, they'd go, here's $40 million. Well, that's a low budget.
This was a book.
You make it work.
This was a book first.
Yes, it was.
They obviously went, this would be a fantastic movie.
And it was done, you know what?
6 movies later.
Even for 1993, this was done awesomely. The CGI for 93, considering, was awesome.
It had to be.
It's still a timeless classic.
Like, obviously, they would have bring up with these CGIs, all these movies that had to, but this had to be probably the best CGI in movie history. In the 90s during that time. Obviously, you had the Star Wars before, you had Jaws, you had all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, 93 is kind of...
But, for that particular time in movies, and yes, it was evolving, graphics were evolving, but these CGIs and all the special effects that was done, they absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It was really, really... Even rewatching this as we did... I was looking for that, going, where's the really dodgy CGI? You know, where's that really shit gonna be? There really wasn't any. Be like, okay, that was a bit, you could tell. But I've seen modern movies with worse. I look at Batman vs Superman. My personal favorite. Yeah, that was fucking terrible CGI. And the amount of technology we have. What was that? 2018? 17?
17. 2017. I think that would have been.
Right, you're talking a good nearly 30 years on that, right? Yeah. Between it. And I reckon this had better CGI than that shit.
Sorry, 2016. It was 2016.
It was just... so massive.
For what they had, they nailed it. And, it actually made you look like a T-Rex was in your... was there.
It would have scared a lot of people, I think, back in the day.
Oh, even when they nailed with the other dinosaurs, the raptors, the bronchosaurus, and stuff like that.
Fair enough. It developed with Jurassic World, and that, and they became more and more. But You're not a fan of. We'll get into that.
I have a few little points about it.
I'm
but
curious. Actually, I didn't know you didn't like them.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it later.
We'll get
But
there.
anyway, we'll kick it. We'll kick it off.
Knocked the shit out of my mic.
Good on you.
I don't know if that just went.
What would you like to kick off first?
I want to go through, as always. I think our listener likes to listen.
Our listener,
our listener, singular, likes to when we go through and we explain.
Yes.
The history of the thing. So we're talking 1993 with a budget.
A budget.
Bouget. You know what? I haven't done my reconnaissance here. I can't fucking find it. We'll pass on that. We'll circle back to that because I can't find me fucking. Oh, here we go. Oh no, that was gross. Here we go. Oh, no, gross. Sorry, guys. We're gonna have to edit this out because my apologies. We have
Sorry, we only just planned to start doing this today.
Any reconnaissance
was recording. We're like, let's go and doing it. Let's just go do it.
Okay. Well,
stuff the budget.
You know what? Stuff the budget because we can't.
This movie grossed a lot. I don't think it was that much, to be honest. But I think that
it became the first film to gross over 500 million worldwide in its opening weekend and grossed over 1.6 billion to the course of theatrical run. Now, that's fucking pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive for a movie that
we
could have gone either way.
Yeah, that's right, absolutely. This is 1.6 billion, right, in its opening weekend. Oh no, sorry, its course. So that's 93. What would have ran in the cinemas for what? Probably 2-3 months.
Yeah,
maybe it would have been a big movie.
It would have been at the time. It would have been, and during that time of the era, everyone would have gone to see it.
So I would say probably 2 or 3 months. So that's pretty impressive for that time.
And you've also got the kids that, you got to think. And is also
how many times has this been re-released through its course?
Oh, it's been released. Yeah, you got the 25th anniversary, you got the 10th anniversary, you got the 15th, and yada yada yada.
It's at the movies currently as well. So
and also, this is a type of movie. You've every single to every kid. You grew up, I grew up, you went through a dinosaur phase.
Absolutely.
My fiance even went through a dinosaur phase. My kid's probably going to go through a dinosaur phase.
Even if you didn't like dinosaurs as dinosaurs, if you watched Friends and had Ross as a paleontologist...
There you go.
He liked it. So, you've always had some sort of dinosaurs in your life.
And you always learned about it at school. It was always fascinating that these animals did exist. And they walked on the earth. And... everywhere. You think about it, a T-Rex probably walked right where we're standing right now.
It could have.
It could have. You don't know.
And now they're oil.
And now they're dead. Look what happened to them.
Worked out real well, didn't it? Thanks, Ice Age.
But this is a movie that you got introduced to.
Absolutely.
And every kid
I think everybody would have
and
seen
loved it.
My kids are watching it. So Ali's watching this currently. She loves... I don't know where this come from. She liked The Meg. Do you remember The Meg? Right, that movie that came out?
The Meg
with
the big shark.
Yeah, Jason Statham, and that was
that was a woeful movie.
It wasn't great. We went to the movies and watched that. She wanted to go to the movies to watch that. She loved it, and she loves these movies like Jurassic Park. She loves these dinosaurs, and she's only 6. Yeah. So you do get introduced to them, and it just goes to show this thing is a timeless classic.
I saw these movies.
Awesome.
I saw these movies when I was probably 5 years old. The first one. Well, I was born in 92. We both were. I don't think I was introduced until about 97. I think I was about 5. And that's the first time I watched these movies.
It's such a good movie. They're timeless, though. I love them.
You can just keep watching it over and over again and still love it.
Thank you, Netflix.
And Stan.
That's how actually I watched. I rewatched on Netflix. So
yeah, so did I. And Stan.
Hashtag Netflix and chill.
No, I don't do that. No,
I definitely didn't watch it at work. I know that. I definitely didn't sit at work and watch them because
you did, didn't you?
I don't do. No, you're not. I did not do that.
If anybody's just wondering, Andy is winking at me. If anybody's work, he bludges and watches movies.
That's not true. I'm a very, very hard worker. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him, listener. Now,
listener, to our one listener there, we thank you.
Thank you. We'll send you a shirt, listener. Thanks for.
We'll send you a shirt.
We'll send you a shirt.
Yes, we can find our shirts on whatever.com.
On we don't have merch yet.com. Now, so.
You want to go through the...
here's an interesting fact.
Well, we can discuss that later.
Okay.
In our interesting facts.
Okay, yeah.
I have none.
Fair point. No, I have them here. They're loaded. I was reading before. There's actually a really interesting one at the top there.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so I can't remember we've really lost momentum here, Daz.
Yes, we have. Do you want to... I'll kick through this cast. Might as well kick through the cast.
Oh, yeah, right.
We'll do the cast.
Of course.
We have, obviously, Sam Neill, Richard Attenborough, Laura Dern, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes.
He was
which is great because you forget he's in it until he pops up.
You're like, oh, crap, he was in
That's
that
right.
movie.
Which just gets right. He was in literally everything.
He, like, any movie that you get in the 90s, Samuel L. Jackson had a face
What's up,
in there.
motherfucker? Like, he just pops up in every fucking movie. You're like, oh, goddamn.
And we also forgot one. Oh, I haven't forgot him, but I'm going to leave him till last. But the great, the one, the only,
If this is
Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, thank God. I was going to say, if this is anyone other than Jeff Goldblum, I'm going to fucking hit you. Do not say a bad word about Jeff Goldblum.
There's not a bad word. He's just nuts.
That is the coolest dude.
He's nuts.
He's mad.
He is mad. Like his brain is mad.
Yes. I love that dude.
Do you know what? I'm just going to little side note here.
He did a pop-up restaurant. He came to Australia and did a pop-up restaurant I can't remember what it was. It was a few years ago. And it was last year maybe? He came here and he did like this pop-up restaurant down in Sydney. I was like, holy fuck, I want to go. And I never went. But I'm like, oh man. It would have been so... Oh, sorry. I'm telling you to step back from the mic and here I am going, ah! Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
But-
sorry, listener.
What, have you ever noticed whenever he talks in any sort of movie, his hands, like he knows what to do with his hands. He's always
I can't say I've ever noticed.
He
no.
moves his hands like talks like this.
Yeah, but so do I. He's probably a walk. We're talking like this, huh?
No, he's not. What?
I'm not saying he's Italian. I'm saying he's a walk.
You cannot say that
when you're a walk, you talk with... That's not a derogatory term.
It is. It's a terrible thing to say.
Well, I am, so that's okay. I am, so it's not...
Anyway, that's what I'm saying. But
We're not
he
using
does
the
use his
N-word.
hands. But I'll say, I reckon my favourite Jeff Goldblum performance has to be Thor Ragnarok in that movie.
Oh,
he made that movie.
He was so good in that. He was.
He's like, do you want the death stick? No, I don't want the melting stick. Why would I want the melting stick?
But you notice he always plays himself. Like his characters are always the same. Like,
yeah.
You know, I'm not saying he doesn't have range, but I'm saying that he brings this certain sort of essence of Jeff Goldblum into every character.
Did you see the Fly?
Where the...
Have you seen
No,
that?
I haven't.
The Simpsons episode where he transforms, like Bart goes in the time machine
turns
and
into a
all
fly,
the teleportation machine turns into a fly. Well, that's actually based on the movie. I think it's called The Fly, and it stars Jeff Goldblum, and he turns into one because he creates one, but a fly flies in, and he transforms into one.
Right.
I think it's called The Fly, but I don't know. I know my friend Chloe, she's going to hear this, and she'll probably have my head for it, but anyway.
Hey, human fly here. Come on, I spent all night hiding in my underwear. The Simpsons one?
Hello?
Human fly here. Oh, come on, I spent all night ironing in my underwear.
Okay. We are getting well off topic like we do. Oh, Jesus. All right, do you want to go... You want to go with your critics?
You know what? Yes, I do because I have them here and I love it. So naturally, IMDb gave it 8.1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Okay, that's fair. Cool. It needs to be up there. Common Sense Media, I don't know who that is, but they gave it a 4.5. Sorry, 4 out of 5.
Oh,
4.5.
I was about to look at that and I was like, what?
4.5. But the one thing that our listener really wants to know,
our listener,
singular,
listener.
Oh, and now your friend Chloe or whoever it was.
Yes, part of the wrestling family, but I will not talk. I won't get into that just yet.
Fair enough. Well,
movies.
Our listener and Darcy's listener. So there we have 2 listeners.
We've got 2 listeners.
Oh my goodness. They want to know about Metacritic because Metacritic are
our favourites.
C-bombs and give everything low scores. So it's always good when they give it a high score. And guess what they gave this? Darcy, I know you can read it, and I know you've read it.
No, I'm actually not looking at it.
For the suspense of our now 2 listeners.
Well, I do have it up, but I haven't even looked at it yet. I haven't not looked, but I'm going to have a guess.
Take a stab. What do you reckon?
65%.
Oh, goddamn, it was nice. Oh, it was close. 68%.
Oh.
68% of 100. Now, that is a pretty average
That's
rating
an average score for
Metacritic.
But these are picky people.
They are very picky people.
Like, if something's one thing's wrong, they will aim
This
at
is a
that.
classic movie, and they still 68. I can't fathom.
I would like to see what actually gets a good 90%.
I don't think there's such a thing.
Actually, no. That movie, was it the Parasite?
Oh, Parasite. Yeah,
That actually,
that
I
one.
think that got up in around the 90s.
That was up there.
Have you seen that?
No, you told me about it. And
It's
you said
a phenomenal movie.
It was really, really good.
Really good.
Because I looked at it and it said drama and it also said comedy, which would make it a dramedy.
It was pretty funny.
But
some parts
is it
were funny.
actually?
Uh,
I thought it was supposed to be like a horror.
I would
kind
say
of
no. I would
drama
say it's more of a thriller. I would
There you
say
go.
it's more of a thriller.
That's
movie.
what I thought. But
Drama thriller. I wouldn't say it's a comedy.
all the things I've read about it.
Some
said-
bits were like, it did
dragging about
make me
comedy.
chuckle, but there were some bits even I found, whoa,
Yeah.
that's a bit nuts.
Okay. Feels.
It's a bit full on, but it's a good movie. Anyway,
Back to Jurassic Park, please. Jesus
the
Christ.
topic.
So that's the scores, which are not great, but they're okay.
But
They're up there.
to be honest,
It's okay.
classic movie.
Yes, absolutely.
Classic.
And we like it, so that's all that
Well, I loved
fucking matters.
Oh, I loved it.
We loved it. I loved it.
Well, do you want to go through the synopsis here?
What
Andy?
else?
Have you got a
We're
synopsis?
halfway through the episode now. You want to get to the synopsis?
What do you want to do?
Okay. Sorry. You go.
All right. So we've got here the synopsis here. In 1993, the world was introduced to, quite honestly, one of the smartest movie plots in movie history. An island full of walking, breathing dinosaurs, and to make it better, being chased by a giant, man-eating T-Rex. Oh, wait. There is more. Being hunted by genius raptors. Do you think that was, like genius raptors? There you go. Like trying to scare the shit out of you right there with them. I've just kind of messed it out because I'm just trying to get into it. But anyway, you got dinosaurs obviously running amok, and also you got dinosaurs mucking amok around the place.
Yes.
What could possibly go wrong? Oh wait, the power goes out. Why? Because bloody Newman from Seinfeld decided, hey, I'm going to just take these DNAs. and guess what? I get eaten. And also, you got two kids who obviously do not listen to one thing that Sam Neill says. He says, don't move. What do? They scream and run.
And flash a light.
And they flash a light. Obviously, they don't. One dude runs to the toilet. Bad idea. So anyway, this is like if you've got a kid that is obsessed with dinosaurs, which every kid did, it goes through every phase. This is a movie for you and for that child to shut him up, sit him down, and put him in front of the telly. That was a terrible synopsis, but I don't care.
There's dinosaurs running around, and it's bad. It's bad.
It's bad. And obviously the power goes out, and guess what gets free?
It's a dinosaur theme park. There you go. That goes belly up.
And gets eaten. And, power goes out. The poor Billy Goat gets eaten.
And everybody get ate. Everybody gonna get ate.
Well, another thing is I'm going to bring it in my cons, but anyway, we'll talk about that later. I'll bring that in. But anyway, what would you like? Would you like to kick off the pros and cons?
Yes.
Okay. You could like to.
Okay, I'll go pro. Okay. We go 1 for 1. Let's mix it up a bit. We go 1 for 1. Pro. Dinosaurs.
Pro the one, the dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs are fucking awesome, man.
I would say, yeah, they done it so well. Like everything they did it. Like the CGI was absolutely brilliant. I know we touched on that, but that is my pro.
Back in the day, yes. For the time and the era, yes.
And
I think it was very well done.
They obviously have done it. But
this thing had to have had a mass budget. Like this thing had to have a huge budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like the thing is, these ones actually looked real. But then you go to Jurassic World and all that. It's all it's CGI. But the thing is, they can use that now.
Yes.
They did it well. But they looked CGI. But the ones in Jurassic Park actually looked realistic. I reckon they looked more realistic than they did in the new ones.
63 million. There you go.
That's a big budget.
That is.
Oh, that's a decent budget.
That's a good budget
for a 90
for the time.
film.
Well, you're talking now. Even a superhero movie now is about 150.
Yeah, or even more, 200 million or 300 million.
Yeah, well, we're not talking Endgame or anything. We're talking just your basic Captain America. Yeah. Would have been about 150-ish. So considering time difference, inflation, what have you, 63 is pretty fucking good.
That's actually not a bad.
$63 million in 1993 was a lot of money.
That was a lot of money, especially for that time. And also, like I just said, CGI, absolutely brilliant. Your turn.
Okay. Righto.
Well, I did mine. You'll do yours.
Okay. What con now? Let's go con.
Go con.
Con. Ooh, 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 ooh. You know what? I was not a fan. Do I have any cons?
I only have one.
I don't think I do. Maybe. No, I don't. I don't.
Screaming.
I find it really hard to like con movies.
This like I had
I'm
one,
not good at it.
Like my dad brought it up. And
Everyone
he
did a great job.
He goes, why are they screaming all the time?
Like,
The screaming, like that's just my own personal opinion, Like I understand you got a big dinosaur trying to chase you. Of course you're gonna
I
scream.
mean, you'd be fucking screaming, man.
Oh,
You'd
yeah.
have a T-Rex running behind you and just go, hey.
Yeah, but
Fuck off, man.
Yeah, well, that's just my own personal opinion, though. Like, too much screaming, just too much.
Okay. Well, fair point.
That's it. Though.
I think, you know what, actually, I think you're right, because the girl, I can't remember what her name was, the girl child.
Like she just
girl child.
Like he goes, don't scream, and she just looks up and just goes,
Yeah.
He just said, don't scream.
I you know what, pro, the comedy element that they put into these movies, right? So, as fun and adventurous as they are, there's still a lot of one-liners or really good, just those little snippets of just, like, really funny moments. Like that. Like your little scream there where he's like, where she wakes up, they're in the tree, and she wakes up, and he's like, don't scream, because they're herbivores, and they're just eating the plants, and she's like, you know, like it's funny.
Yeah, just like shut up.
You know, so in that particular scene, I like the comedy element in all these. They get more and more progressive, especially in Jurassic World, because you throw Chris Pratt in there, and then it's just like he really brought the comedy into that, and that's what I think.
I like about Chris Pratt, though. He
definitely, but I think they may have pushed it a little bit too far with that. In those Jurassic World movies, they get really comedic.
Like, I don't want to see Peter Quill. I want to see Owen, whatever his name is.
They get really funny, and it's like, yes, some of them are really good, and it's like, dude, just get to the dinosaurs, yeah. I mean,
more focus on the dinosaurs, but that's probably a bad thing about Jurassic World. But like I said, the one con was just the screaming. It was just a little bit too much of it. I understand.
I think,
but that's just my own little personal pet hate.
It gets less with that as they go on, except in 3, where
number 2, you don't really hear that
not much in
much.
2, but then 3, what's her name? What's her bloody name?
I know, I know who you're talking about.
Freaking bloody what's her face?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
She screams a lot,
like a lot in that movie, more than anyone. And she had one of those petty screams that I hated. Yeah, it just annoyed the film.
And it's like you knew that you knew where you were going to.
Well, I had actually looked at Rotten Tomatoes, and I just had a look to see what the two were. Like, I just had a little bit of a glance. Mm-hmm. Number 2, they got it around about 58%. Like, it was the rotten. But number 3 was worse.
Tia Leone.
There we go. Number 3 was worse. Worse than number 2. I disagree. I reckon number 3 was well better than number 2.
Yeah, I didn't like 2.
I didn't like 2.
Sorry. No, I take that back. I liked 2. I didn't like 3.
If I had to pick out of the 3, like to go in order.
What's your order?
1, 3, 2.
No.
1, 3. No, 1, 3, 2. I like number 3 because they changed it up. They mixed it up. It's not just a T-Rex that's chasing them.
No, but you look deeper into that. You've got 2 islands. You've got Site B.
Yeah.
Right? Number 2 is all about Site B.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They mixed it up. There's still T-Rexes there, but they introduced more than just the T-Rex.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well,
There's
they had
more
the bird
than one
cages,
giant. They had the pterodactyls.
Yeah.
They had the big Spinosaurus that's chasing them. There was another type of predator. There's more predators than T-Rex. They expanded it.
Yes, of course.
Which I loved that.
Yeah, well, you can't have a T-Rex in every single one.
Exactly. And that's they did that with number 2. Even that's what I found a bit boring. Is like, yeah, I get it.
Well, that's what I don't like about Jurassic Park, and I understand that they're focusing on Blue and these velociraptors, right?
Jurassic World, you said.
You do not say that.
You said Jurassic Park.
I meant Jurassic World. And so I think they're kind of repeating themselves in this sense that they're really just focusing on one thing, and the fact that you're talking in number, was it 2 or 3 that they have? It's 3.
What?
Where the T-Rex is in the boat. They bring it back with the baby.
Yeah, that's number 2.
It is 2.
That's 2.
Yeah, that's the one I like, right? But see, I think they're repeating themselves with this, where they brought in Jurassic World, where they're bringing him to the auction, and now they're in
now they're just
in the
creating
mainland.
What could we create that's a bigger, dangerous
right.
dinosaur? How about a raptor that was infused with the
I feel like they're doing the same. They're just
You're
History's
trying
repeating
to
itself.
use the same sort of material and mix it into something else, and it's just not working. Like, come
Yeah.
up with something new.
That's right.
And like,
They're doing a remake and a sequel. It's just not.
When I
not
hear
working.
Jurassic World, I want to go back to the island. Like, I don't really care if it's good or bad, but these are the type of movies. Like, I've even said this one's about like, you know, Star Wars, Transformer movies. These are the type of movies I go in, I switch my brain off, and I enjoy it. Mm-hmm. That's why even like
That's right.
the thing that pisses me off about all these fans that are blowing up saying it's not evolving, something new. I was like, I don't
Well, that's
care.
me. That's-
I want to
that's
see.
actually me.
I want to see big ass dinosaurs eating a
Yeah.
whole bunch of people. That's what I want to see. I just want to enjoy it.
Yes, but
I don't.
when you have a franchise this big, especially now with 6 movies in it,
Yeah.
you're gonna need an underlining story.
Yeah.
So that's why Jurassic World 1 worked, because everyone was like, "Fuck yeah, it's actually open.
It's a new
it
world.
has visitors," and we always wanted to see what Jurassic Park would look like.
Yeah,
open.
I enjoyed Jurassic World 1.
Exactly, because
Number 2,
everybody's
was
seen
shit.
it, and then 2 came out, and everyone was like, "Well, that's exactly what 2 did."
Yeah.
Right, and then 3, and on 3 we see a pterodactyl flying over the water, right?
Yeah.
as they're flying out of the island. So, which means
They're out there.
at the end of Jurassic World 2, which was Fallen Kingdom, they're out there. They're running through the fucking
You
bush.
can see Blue running over the
That's
mountains,
right.
and he
Out
sees
of
the
the
neighborhood. I'm
exactly
like, is
right.
that going to be a good thing, or is that going to be a
So
bad thing?
now they're just extending from number 2 again, where they got out, then they confined it and took it back.
But in this one,
they're like,
they
here
let
we
it
go
open.
again.
Now they're in the
So
world. They're
like-
in the real world.
That's right.
They're mixing in with other animals of our generation.
So they're kind of just remaking, but then extending what happened in the original, if you know what I mean. Does that make sense?
I don't know how they're going to do this, but if it was me, I
I'm
would
really
sign
on the
up.
fence.
I would work out a way to get them back onto the island.
Because that Fallen Kingdom was like, we've seen this. Like, yeah, okay, the auction and all that was
Yeah.
new, but we've seen them, hunters or poachers coming, taking the dinosaurs and then fucking going back. We've
Yeah,
seen
I've
when
seen
they
that.
tried to extend and make their own fucking unique
Yeah.
Ute dinosaur. We've seen this. So now they're like, okay,
I want something new. But
now we're going to say, righto, let's get them. In number... It's 2, where the T-Rex is walking through the fucking neighborhood and the little girl's asleep in the bed. And
The T-Rex, yeah, and it eats the dog.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
it was a boy, actually. It was a boy that
boy.
came out there.
Oh, that's right, in the pool.
He just looks over and the kennel's like dangling off his head. I'm
Yeah.
like, why'd you kill the dog? The dog had nothing
That's
to do
why
with
I said
it.
2 was good. Like, I really liked that.
No, that's
liked
why
the
I didn't
idea
like
of
number 2, because
having
they killed a dog.
Having a T-Rex walk through the streets of some suburban...
Yeah, but
neighborhood.
they didn't have
That's-
to eat the dog. The
that
dog
was
did
awesome.
nothing wrong.
That was good.
No, they
2
killed
was-
the dog. I didn't like
2
it.
might even be better than 1. No, actually,
No.
no.
Do you want to smack? Do you want to slap?
maybe a little bit.
No.
Maybe just a little bit.
No, like I said, the reason I loved number 3, I loved number 3 because, well, they changed it up. It's something else that's
Yeah,
bigger,
there was
it's
more-
bigger, dangerous, that's chasing them. They're
Nope.
stuck on an island. Like, these guys are pure stuck.
I liked the idea. Yeah, okay, and I liked the idea that their son was. They had a purpose to go back. Right, this wasn't just we're gonna go see dinosaurs. We have to go save our kid.
Yeah.
Right, so that was fine. But the bird cage and all that. Like I watched that scene again, and I was just like,
That was that was
no.
awesome.
No,
You know, when you hear that music and it's like, it's a bird cage, and next thing you know, you see the pterodactyl walking towards
I
him.
know. I
was
just
like,
thought it was just.
oh.
Too, I mean, no, it was just too.
Well, they had to introduce pterodactyl.
Of course they did. Of course they did. That's
No, the best bit I loved out of them all was when she's I love that you were just saying before.
Tia
She's
Leone.
looking at all the glasses. Like she's looking at it like there's like a dead dinosaur on one. She keeps
Oh,
looking
yeah,
across,
sorry, yeah.
And then she
And then
goes
it-
to the raptor's head and
and
it's
it
just
moves.
standing there and like the eye just moved.
Yeah.
Like the one thing I'm going to say about the pros. This is mine.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about the pros is the raptors brought that level of fear to these movies. That's like there's the thrill
because
to these movies.
That's right. I mean, you
Because
can
they-
have a T-Rex chasing you, but when you've got something your
Smart.
size and intelligent running
And hunting you down,
Yeah, gets the
and they
word
came
hunting.
up with strategies to get you.
That's right.
And the favorite bit I loved about Jurassic Park was an old mate, the hunter. He sees one of them. He's like, "I've got ya." Next thing you know, it just
Boom!
comes
Yeah,
out
it comes
the
out
other
the
side.
side.
He's like,
Yeah.
"Clever girl."
Yeah,
And just gets
he
it.
knows. Yeah,
And I loved about number 3 is
That-
how
it
they
was-
kept chasing him and still were after him, and they knew that they were after him
yeah,
about these eggs.
yeah.
And then you got
Until they
Jurassic
got their
World,
eggs.
and they tame him. No.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
When they're raised
They're
from
raised
babies.
they're raised to follow orders, and like I'm going no, and he's calling
But see, that's in 2.
Alpha Echo.
In 2, there was that.
They still brought the Raptors
criminal
in.
CSI criminal intent or whatever it was, Law and Order criminal intent dude that tried to weaponize them. Remember?
Yes.
So they've always tried to weaponize them. That was always an underlining story.
Yes.
Right. And again, they've just come through and played on that. And I think now that I'm saying this out loud, I'm really starting to think about it. Maybe they're doing this on purpose, right? Maybe they are like, right, we've touched on this story, but we've killed these guys, so cleared the story. But let's bring it back and extend it with each thing. So weaponizing them, that's been extended now.
Yeah.
With the Chris Pratt, and then you've got the bringing them to the mainland and really auctioning them off to these fucking rich, high and powerful people.
Yeah.
They're really just taking little storylines that they've closed in the original 3 and just bringing them back and extending them through this next.
Yeah, I just still didn't like, because the Raptors were my favourite part of these films.
Yeah.
Like,
and I
1,
think they
2,
know
3.
that, and I think that's why.
I just didn't like how they changed them and tamed
Predominantly.
them. Like, no, these things are predators. These things are hunters. And
If you understand a velociraptor,
yeah,
you know that it's not very fucking likely. I mean, it's Hollywood, and I
it's
get
Hollywood.
that. It's a movie,
That's what they
and,
could
you
do
know,
it. But like, no, I want to see these things tear
Yeah.
people apart.
I agree. I do too. Like,
That's why I
don't
love
really
these
like
movies.
that they were tamed and that they're domestic now. You know,
no, these are the movies that like you want
the
to
fact
see
that
people get
he
eaten.
can determine, like Blue can determine Chris Pratt from a bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Where I don't see a dinosaur ever doing that. I just that's not believable to me.
But
And
even though these things have been
you know,
dead for millions of years.
I know people are like, it's a fucking movie. Like, you know, they needed some sort of element of, you know, fun and adventure,
yeah,
right?
just like
I get that, but also everything else is pretty right. Like dinosaurs are never. I mean, how do we know? This is 65 million years ago. We don't fucking know. But to me, I don't ever see a velociraptor being able to fucking
to follow orders.
Yeah,
Especially when they're tamed. That's just animal instincts that kick in
that's right.
and start hunting. But they did do that. But like even like they did have that. It wasn't full blown trained. They knew to respect one another. That's what he was saying. Like, we respect each other. So, well, no, these things will tear you apart in an instance. And he does touch on that. He does.
Yes.
He's saying like these things will hunt me down like there's no tomorrow if they want to.
Yeah.
But I don't like how they've been tamed. I did not like that. I love the Raptors.
I
They're
agree.
my favourite. And like I said, these movies, 1, 2, and 3, they brought that level of fear into them because they were hunting them down and eating them.
That's right.
And like number 3,
Like the
they were
fact that
spot on with number 3.
They owned, like, you think a T-Rex is going to be the fucking dominant thing, but you can see that when these velociraptors in packs work together, they can fucking own, man, against any fucking predator.
Yeah. That's what
They will annihilate anyone. Like, they take, like, 3 of them take down a fucking T-Rex.
Yeah, they're just a pack animal. That's what
right.
they are.
And they're fucking intelligent.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculously smart. So, I mean, it's not... I'm kind of contradicting myself here, saying that, you know, it's not believable and blah, 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 blah. But then you're also like, how do you know that these were pack animals? How do you know that they did that?
Well, obviously, you could do studies on it and shit like that.
Yes,
to prove.
true.
But a lot of paleontologists have done it. They have done it in the past to prove that these animals can do what they can do. But again, these are movies.
Yes, that's right.
But
exactly.
I didn't like how they changed it. I just didn't like how they changed it in Jurassic World. I loved the Velociraptors, and I loved how they just like tore people apart. They knew how to get them. They hunted them down. They were eating them.
It was
like,
fun
I
to watch.
loved it.
It was fun to watch.
It's just like I said, these type of the movies, I like to go in, switch my brain off, and just enjoy them.
Yep. No,
Just
that's
enjoy
fair.
them, man. And then
Because
when I go
agree.
back, I will critique them and then go,
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
didn't
easy
like
enough
this.
to judge because you were there making it, and you don't know. Like, it's hard to go through, and you can read all the paleontologist books, and you can have all these paleontologists tell you, but at the end of the day, if it's not fun, they're going to change it to whatever they want.
Yes.
Because they need to make money at the end of the day.
It's like you don't really see them like a bronchosaurus. Say, oh, yeah, this is our friend here, the bronchosaurus. And they're just sitting there eating a tree going, it's like, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that's right.
That's exciting.
Run from this herbivore, kids.
Run from this Triceratops.
It's funny you bring that up, actually, because... Well, not that, but the other thing we were talking about. Because in trivia... Now would be a good time for trivia, because I read this. In 2005, paleontologist Mary Schweitzer.
Schweitzer.
Let's go with Schweitzer. Schweitzer.
Schweitzer.
Schweitzer. Discovered red blood cells and soft tissue in the fossilized bones of a T-Rex, meaning dinosaur cloning may someday become a reality. Now that is a scary thought. But that brings me to my next question.
Well, these movies just prove why they shouldn't work.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly why they shouldn't.
It's a bad idea.
It's exactly why they shouldn't do it. But that said, brings us to, what did you make, looking back on it now, of the getting the DNA from the mosquito? Right? How did you feel about that? Did you feel like that was a believable thing? Because let me answer that.
Okay.
I fucking did. I loved that. I'm like, you know what? I could believe that. Whether it's fucking bullshit or not, I don't know. But I loved that. I thought that's just scientifically enough.
It is scientific. I did like it.
For me to go, I could believe that.
I can believe that. Obviously, you can do anything with science.
That's true.
If you found a mosquito that was obviously that was proven to be around in the Jurassic period, and it has the DNA
the blood cells
of the blood cells that if it's eaten off, then yes, you can, and then you can extract
full believe
more.
that. Yeah,
because
I've never looked into it. I don't know if it's like a legit thing or not, or it's just written in for the script. But
I'll just say that
it was fucking awesome, man. I thought that's really cool.
No, this day and age, man, I think anything could be done.
Well, that's true. And I've seen that. And I was
coming up with a cure for COVID.
No COVID talk. There's enough of that going around. This is a COVID-free zone. Right, moving on. The first one, actually, which was...
First one.
The Tyrannosaurus roars were a combination of a dog, penguin, tiger, alligator, and elephant sounds. Now, secondary question. Ooh. What the fuck does an alligator sound like? For one. Okay, we know a dog barks, a penguin makes some sort of weird noise, and a tiger roars, an elephant...
alligators hiss.
What does an alligator fucking do?
Alligators hiss, and they do... Like, they actually grunt.
I've never heard... we don't have alligators. We have crocodiles, but... you know.
Have you ever been to the reptile park?
Yes, I know. I've seen alligators, but we don't have them in the wild.
You're a James Bond fan. You remember Live and Let Die?
Yes.
You remember all the sounds that they made?
Yeah, but...
They hiss.
Hollywood. Do they actually?
They hiss and they grunt.
Okay. Well, there you go.
They can also roar too, I think. I believe they can. If you look it up, they make sense.
You know what? Listener, hit up us on our Facebook page or Darcy on the Instagram page and let me know. I could Google it, yes, but I want you to tell me.
I do have a auntie and uncle that did work at the reptile park.
Okay, then. Well, moving on. You could have said that before I sounded like an idiot.
I was waiting. No. Me, always going up to that park. And yes, you do. Like, I don't mind alligators. They're like scaly puppies.
So, the other thing was, they wanted John Hammond to be a dark Walt Disney. So, a entrepreneur, kind of family fun, although Walt Disney was a well-known racist. But
back in that day and age, yes.
Moving on, but they wanted to be a dark Walt Disney.
I think you were not normal.
I think if you gave what's his face? Who played him?
Richard Attenborough.
There we go. The direction of a dark Walt Disney. You put that in your head and then watch it.
Yes.
I'd go it.
He created a park.
Yeah, for families.
That was for families. That is surrounded by man-eating dinosaurs, and yes, you have the nice big giant brontosauruses, and you got the ones with the club on the back. You got the T-Rex, the spot. You got like all them dinosaurs that are fun and exciting. But then you've got a T-Rex, then you've got raptors, then you have all these dinosaurs, obviously that can kill you if they did exist. But hey, I'm going to put them in a park and just put an electric fence that just behind that. Just have an electric fence between you and I, and also, that'll stop them. What could go wrong? Yeah. Maybe shutting down the power.
Maybe losing power.
Yeah, maybe there's a terrorist attack right there, or one generator gets blown up. Next, one part of the
Not even that. You could do it in a wire. Cut the right wire. Cut the power.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like a transformer could blow up in a storm.
Right. Exactly.
And it's in South Africa.
I was going to say,
South America.
That was pretty known to fucking...
big storms and everything like that can happen out there. So you know what? I'm just going to, that'll be all right. Just an electric fence. Like, no.
Here's one. I like this one. So Michael Crichton, who was the author of the original Jurassic Park book, right, was paid $2 million by Universal for the rights before the book was published. Now, what does that tell you?
Universal might have caught wind.
These guys made $1.3 billion on this
there would have
movie,
been some clause in there that he would get some of that
and he's
money.
like, he didn't even publish the book, and they're like, that's a good idea. We want to make a movie of that. Don't publish that book, and we'll buy it. We'll publish it, so we get 100% of the fucking rights. But see, I reckon they paid him $2 million. He would have gone, yeah, sweet. No worries.
$1.6 billion later.
They wouldn't have had to tell him.
And growing.
They would not have had to tell him that they were going to make a movie about it. I mean, naturally, if Universal buy it, they probably got a rough idea. But he takes the money and goes, yeah, look how good I am. And they go and make $1.3 billion without him. Ouch.
Oh, but you would think about it. There would have been some contract, some in there. He would get a portion of it because he did create these characters, the storyline. You would have think Universal would have, they might have been dicks about it, but they would have gone, here you go, here's, we'll give you $1 million, or we'll give you some portion, we'll give you something. We'll give you a royalty check for every time, for every month, or for every week, this movie gets bigger and bigger and bigger. This movie has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. These two movies, Jurassic World sucked, but they made bank.
Everybody loved that because no one had seen Jurassic Park for so long. What Jurassic World was 2015?
It beat Star Wars. It beat The Force Awakens. It beat in the opening weekends. It beat them by a few mil.
Because there'd be a bigger fan base of dinosaur lovers than there would be Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Because Star Wars is such an acquired taste. You either love it or you hate it. You never see someone go, "Oh, yeah, Star Wars is alright."
No, I hate Star Wars fans. They're assholes.
You don't ever see that. So I think there'd be a bigger fan base of
I think it's
Jurassic Park.
Like you said, it's the right timing of it. But then again, it's also the right timing for Star Wars of that year too. Like you knew one of those movies was going to be bigger than the other.
Of course. Well, 2015, right? So 2015, the last Jurassic 3.
Yeah, Jurassic World.
Jurassic 3 was what?
Jurassic Park 3 was
2000
I think it was 2001 or 2002.
2001. I thought 3 was.
There you go. 14 years between each movie.
I thought 2 was 2001.
Nah, Jurassic 2 was 97.
It was 2. My apologies. There you go. I stand.
Great year that one, 97. For our beloved NRL fans, the Newcastle Knights winning the trophy.
Jesus God. It's not a sports cast, Darcy. Shut up. Nobody cares.
I'm just bringing up the great year of
Nobody
1997.
Cares.
And also 2001.
Well, 2001 was the year Scrubs aired, so...
There we go.
I love Scrubs.
Who doesn't love Scrubs?
Now, Harrison Ford turned down the role after he was offered it because he said it wouldn't be right for him.
He was right.
And then he saw the movie and said exactly that. He saw it and went, I made the right decision.
I made a decision. He would have... he wouldn't be... What? He would have been cast as... He would have been Alan.
He
would have been Alan.
Yeah, Alan Grant. So...
That's his last name.
So you're talking Sam Neill or Harrison Ford. I think that was probably right. Sam Neill did a really good job.
In my cons. That was in my pros. Sorry, the casting was spot on.
I liked it, yeah.
Like Jeff Goldblum.
I know.
He was perfect.
He's actually in the new... They're all coming back for Jurassic World 3.
Yeah, they are.
Actually,
because Jeff Goldblum's in the second one, only for a brief moment.
On that council, yeah.
He was only just for the brief moment, and he says it right at the end, we're living in Jurassic World.
Yeah, yeah.
You hear the music play. Another one I'm going to say on my pros, the theme song.
Yes.
Is possibly one of the greatest movie theme songs of all time. It's up there with the Star Wars. It's up there with Jaws. It's up there with Rocky.
You can play that anywhere, and I think everyone would know.
You got the Harry Potter. You've got you've got all those sort of movies that have that iconic theme song, and Jurassic Park is like either in the top 4.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
You hear that theme song, you just automatically see brontosauruses and dinosaurs walking around you. You feel that.
Well,
that's what I loved about it.
I have just scrolled past this, so let's just read that.
And I'll say, yes, you got the... Yes, continue.
Okay.
I know what you're going to say.
I know where you're going with this. John Williams. No?
Yes.
You're going with John Williams? Okay. John Williams, who is a fantastic composer. Absolutely Ultimate does
And
a
what
lot.
else did he do?
He did Star Wars.
He did Star Wars.
He's done a lot though. He's done Star Wars. He's done.
Indiana Jones.
Yep.
Yes.
Spielberg a lot.
You got Indiana Jones as well.
Spielberg a lot. John Williams scored the movie at the end of February 1993 and recorded it a month later. He felt he needed to write pieces that would convey a sense of awe and fascination, given it dealt with overwhelming happiness and excitement that would emerge from seeing live dinosaurs. And I think that was spot on.
I don't have ears anymore.
You just burst your eardrums. I just seen the blood shoot out of your ears past your headphones.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'll never hear my child laugh again.
I can help you. No, that's not how kids laugh. My kids don't laugh.
Your kids laugh.
I know. My kids don't stop.
Your kids
laughing.
don't shut up.
That's true. They don't. They don't.
I love them both, but they don't shut
Oh, my
up.
God.
But yeah, well,
All right. What else you got?
I'm going to go with the performance of the movie.
Copy.
I'm going to go mine with, obviously, Jeff Goldblum.
That was mine.
I think he does that
Gotcha.
iconic scene where he's lying on the table. Like, you could get a pop vinyl of that when he's lying on the table and his shirt's off.
Oh, really?
And he's there like just talking. And he said,
Have
just
you
try to
seen-
show it off. Everyone has imitated that.
I know.
And they're just like, why he's iconic.
Have you seen the meme? You would have. Everyone's seen it. The meme of where Sam Neill's listening to the heart rate of the Brontosaurus, and then they insert that like Jeff Goldblum. So now it's just Sam Neill laying on a bare-chested Jeff Goldblum. It's so fun. If you haven't seen it, Darcy put it on the Facebook page. It's very, very funny.
Life finds a way. Well, it's true. Life does find a way, and
true.
they do make more eggs, even though all of them are female.
And they're female. I was just going to say they're all female, but yeah,
Lesbians.
now they're
Which
procreating lesbians.
is nothing wrong with that.
There you go. That's a name for the show. Procreating lesbians. That's a good title.
No, he told you not to move.
Oh dear.
So yeah, I went Jeff Goldblum on this because
Mm-hmm.
he was great in that movie. His role was perfect. Yeah, I reckon they could have brought him back in number 3, but I reckon he probably chose not to do it, and they just went with something else. But glad they skipped Sam Neill in the second one, brought him back in number 3.
It was cool how they did that, eh? How they sort of went, righto, all three of you's here, then Jeff Goldblum back here, then the OG2 back here.
Yeah,
like
we'll
Sam
bring
Neill
back
and
the OG.
back here. Like, that was kind of, I don't think that was planned. I think that's just what happened. Schedules, timing, whatever. But that was cool. I like how they all came back eventually. Over the course of 3 movies. Or the next 2, they came back.
Yeah, why not?
I liked it.
I did. I loved it.
My performance is probably, I really give credit to Wayne Knight. I think that he had
we got Dodson. We got Dodson over here. See, nobody cares.
He had a lot of great one-liners and a lot like him in a fluffy Hawaiian shirt when he's giving him the fucking.
I actually looked something up.
That was great.
The shirt that he wears in the movie, he actually wears it in Seinfeld, during the time that because obviously Seinfeld was going
at that time,
and he was, he was getting brought in, and that he was actually there was one episode I can't remember, but he actually wore that Hawaiian shirt.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna.
Even I kind of looked at it and went,
"That's familiar."
That's Jurassic Park.
That's so good. I never noticed. That's awesome.
His laugh, when he goes high pitch, he's like.
Oh yeah.
And then he gets eaten by old mate with the frilly neck.
Yeah, I was gonna say he gets this poison and he fucking falls down in the rain. It was cheesy, but it was good.
He was. I give it. Yeah, I will accept that. He was good in that.
I give him credit for that. I really liked his character in that. I thought it was fucking funny.
It was great. So
that character actually goes to Jack Johnson in Jurassic World, right? So Jack Johnson's that other guy that works in the control room. He's got a new girl and.
Oh no, I would probably.
Jake.
I would
Jake,
compare him
Jake
to.
I would say he's.
No, he'd be the Samuel L. Jackson.
Nah.
Because he doesn't try and sabotage the island.
No, he doesn't. But he has those one-liners. No, you're right. He kind of has he doesn't have the villain
But
side.
hold on to your butts.
But yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, okay.
One thing I want to bring up.
Actually, maybe you might be right.
The Doctor, obviously he's the bad guy in Jurassic World. Dr. Wu, I think his name is.
Yeah. BD Wong.
Yeah, well, BD Wong.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have a massive role in the original, but they just thought, why don't
Let's
we bring
give
him
him
and make him a massive role?
That's
But
right.
he's also been big in other movies.
Yes, that's true. But I think that kind of worked in their favour in the sense that they didn't have him much here.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, he's just the scientist behind it all, blah, blah, blah. And then here you're like, oh, fuck, he was sabotaging the whole fucking time.
So
Like,
that kind of makes
damn.
you click.
It doesn't it?
It makes you click
I
to
think
think
that was
that
really
what
cool.
did he do? He
In
must have been doing something since
some
he
real
left,
dodgy shit.
since number one.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they brought him back. The government wanted him to do it so they can create new dinosaurs, create
Weaponize them.
animals with the DNA.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like the DNA dinosaur that the modified, enhanced giant dinosaur, whatever they called it. The big
Indominus Rex.
Indominus Rex. Like
Yeah.
I like that.
Did ya?
I liked it. I liked in a way that it was big, it was man-eating, it was pretty much unstoppable,
I liked how it died, how they had the one in the water.
and just
Yeah,
drops
it
him,
just comes in,
grabs him.
Poosh, yeah, just fucking like
One thing I
like some
didn't
whale-sized motherfucker.
liked about Jurassic World, and it kind of shitted me off.
Are we just gonna do a hate podcast of Jurassic World?
We can
Thanks
do
or what?
One thing that kind of ticked me off, and I felt really bad, and wanted me to go pat my dogs, was the petting zoo in the Jurassic World movie. Yeah, they had all the kids riding in the little spot, like the Triceratops.
Oh yeah.
and
So yeah,
stuff
the
like
little
that.
ones. Yeah.
You see those pterodactyls try to pick them up and take them away. It's like, no, you leave the kids out of it. You leave the baby dinosaurs out of it. And then I thought was pretty gnarly for kind of a bad way to die. Well, I don't think it would ever happen in real life, but the pterodactyl picking up that chick, drops her in the water, picks her up again, and then gets eaten by the big sea monster.
Yeah.
She gets eaten. She had nothing to do with this.
Oh, bitch got ate.
Even I said that. I went like, that's a pretty nasty, gnarly way to die.
Yeah,
Like,
man, that's pretty hectic.
But have you know? And even with Jurassic World, Tegan even brought this up. When when they're all the pterodactyls and all the ones with the T-Rex head.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually a species. I looked that up.
Oh.
So it wasn't in bloody
Hollywood
thing.
Mm-hmm.
The old mate picks up 2 margaritas.
It's running. Yeah.
Bolting.
Yeah.
I went.
He picks his drinks
I'd
up
probably
too.
do that. You're like, stuff you, Tegan.
Fuck you, I'm on vacation. I'm
Fuck
taking my
you.
drinks with me.
I'm getting pissed while doing this. And he starts running away. But no, I'm going to grab the 2 bloody margaritas in front of me.
Yeah, because
stuff me family. I'm getting pissed.
Everyone's running behind him. Everyone's like running in front. That was a good scene, actually.
Even I picked it up. I went, what the fuck?
You'd probably
Why?
look into it. It's probably a known actor too. It's probably just someone that took uncredited and just fucking
why?
grabbed these 2 fucking drinks and started running.
So, do you know what we want you to do? We want you to do something just out of there.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 margaritas in front of me. I'm going to grab them.
Oh, so good.
Do it.
Fantastic. Oh, here you go. Before the book was published, Michael Crichton demanded a non-negotiable fee of $1.5 million as well as a substantial percentage of the gross.
See, I told
There
you.
you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
So he does get some sort of money out of it, which is fair enough.
I eat my words. There you go. Okay.
Right. So, well, that's pretty good for Spielberg. He got actually a fair dick of money out of it.
Yeah, fucking wank.
He's set
I
for
only
life.
say that because I don't have that money.
Well, he's just good because he's got the money now, which is good. Well, he doesn't have to work for another day of his life.
No, he does not.
No, well, that's why he only does like a certain movies every now and then.
Yeah, he's got to disappeared off the radar for a while, hasn't he?
Righto. Well, we might as well just kick it off with ratings here. Like, what did you give it, Andy?
Are we just going the first one or all 3?
Let's give it an all round. We'll just go number 1. All right, number 1.
Okay.
This is what the topic is: Jurassic Park.
Yes, this is true. Number one, I gave it a solid 9.
Solid 9.
Solid 9 because it's a good fucking movie, man. It's a really good movie. It's a fun, enjoyable ride.
It's exciting.
And it was original back in the day. So, 9 out of 10. I would give it a 10. But I don't just willy-nilly give out 10s. It has to be a bloody good movie to be 10.
Yes, it does.
So I don't just willy-nilly give out 10s. So
no,
9.
I don't either. But well, the other day, as I was writing this and watching the movie,
I forgot
I felt like a piece of toast, and I just thought I might just check out my jam collection. I grabbed out a nice little pineapple jam.
Pineapple jam.
Pineapple.
I don't even think I have pineapple jam. Do you have pineapple jam?
They actually do. I looked it up.
Oh, okay.
And I bought some. Anyway, I was just...
Okay, do your research
yes,
on
I looked at
jams.
a pineapple jam, and as I was eating my piece of toast with pineapple jam, I looked at it and I went, I'm going to give this a little 9.2.
9.2.
9.2.
Well, you just had to one-up me there, didn't you?
Well, because I'm also just not going to give it a solid 9 or an 8. I'm just going to go, give it a point. Give it a 9 point something.
Point system. Decimal system.
I call this
decimal.
I call Darcy's jam ratings.
I said Darcy's decimal jam rating.
Darcy's decimal. That's what the jam rating is. Pineapple jam for this movie. Pineapple jam.
It sounds like a small mole you have somewhere inappropriate on your body is Darcy's decimal. You might want to get that looked at.
There's a freckle on my butt cheek. I'm sorry for my family that listen to this.
You may want to look at that at the next family reunion.
So excuse me, Darcy, why do you have a freckle on your butt cheek? Because it's my Darcy's decimal rating.
Let Auntie have a look at your decimal on your buttocks.
You just ruined that. You just ruined that for me. Don't lean back.
Sorry, I forgot the mics are pointing.
Nearly went over the table there. Jesus.
Moving on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps it up. Thank you so much for your patience for our listener. A couple of listeners out there. Thank you so much for the wait. We have been tied down, especially with the world is literally flipped on its head. Mm-hmm. We haven't had much to do with each other because, I've just had a kid, so I've just been locked away. But thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for being patient and waiting for us to upload new stuff. Thank you again for listening to Season 2, Episode 1, He Told You Not to Move. My name is Darcy, and I'm always here with my good friend.
And
anyway, thank you again. And also, if you don't listen to ABBA, there's something wrong with you.
I'm not ending it there. I'm cutting that out.
No, you are not.
Bye.
See ya.